Hi everyone, this is Rose from Jewelry Designs by Rose. Today I'm going to show you a necklace design with some of the bargain bead box and some of my beads. It's a really pretty necklace, and I had somebody compliment on the brightness of the beads, the glass. They kind of pop really nicely with antique copper. So I wanted to show you how to make this design. I also want to say thank you to all my subscribers and to anybody who signed up for the bead box that I have. Um, I'm I'm debating on what I should do with the my bead box. I want to give you better scale beads, and I can't give you a lot of beads if they are better quality because they are so much more expensive. And so I'm sorry if I made it appear to seem that you were going to get more quality beads. What I meant by that is you're going to get quality beads, which are authentic and natural in nature. So I just wanted to let you know that I was thinking of possibly changing the box a little bit. I was thinking of maybe coming up with a kit instead of a bead box because, as I said, the cost is quite expensive for a lot of quality beads, and maybe I would come up with a nice kit and design and show the kit on a video first, and then you can decide whether or not you want to purchase the kit. I want to get your thoughts on that and see what you think. Also, I'm thinking about keeping the bead box. You might not get a lot of beads, but they'll be really good, better quality. I should say, not really good, but better quality than some of the other beads out there. I'm actually placed an order for some of them for this coming June. And also maybe adding an additional add-on to that so that if you wanted more beads, you could. I do have a website, so I'm thinking of maybe selling beads if people are just more interested in perhaps buying different types of beads. But I would love to get your feedback on that. And I think through video is the easiest way to do that. So if you wouldn't mind leaving me a comment down below, your thoughts on that, I would really appreciate it. Thanks so much. Okay, so I'm making a really pretty necklace with antique copper findings and green foil glass, as well as some plain green square glass. And here's what you're going to need for this particular project. You're going to need 11 inches of antique copper chain, and that could be in any design that you have, any kind of chain you have. You're going to need approximately 6 inches of 20 gauge wire. You're going to need 2 5mm jump rings and 1 6mm jump ring. You're going to need 1 clasp. It could be a lobster clasp, or it could be any other kind of clasp that you have. You are going to need 1 link of some type. This one, I believe, came in one of the bargain bead boxes, so you will need at least 1 of those. You're going to need to have 4 of the birds, and I believe that came either the March or the April bead box. And then you're going to need, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 32 of bead caps. These are the star bead caps. And then you're going to need 16 of the pearls. These are kind of a peach, kind of goldish peach color pearl. And then you're going to need 2 square foil glass beads, and I just use my ruler here really fast. This foil glass bead looks like 11 by 10 millimeters. And you're going to need 4 of these glass beads. I might have said that already. Sorry if I did. And you're going to need 4 spacer beads. Now, you know, you could use any kind of antique copper spacer beads. I've got some round ones that came with the bargain bead box. I have these type that came, and I kind of like these ones, but I only had like 3, so I'm using 1 on the top and 1 circle at the bottom. And you'll need any kind of wire, and you'll need also 2 crimp beads and 2 crimp covers. Okay, so I started off this necklace, and I'm going to go ahead and continue with the necklace. And I think it might be a good idea to put a spacer bead between where I'm going to hang this. So I'm going to actually add 2 more spacer beads. So you need a total of 6 spacer beads. And so I'm going to put 1 on here, and then I'm going to put on another one. And then for this particular link, you're going to use one of the 5mm jump rings, and you're just going to open that up. You might need to use pliers. Sometimes I just use my hands. Slide that on, and I will use some pliers to close it, otherwise I'm going to break a nail or crack a nail. So I'm doing that, and then I'm just going to check to make sure that it's flat. And so sometimes what I do is I check the top, but I also kind of push down on the top a little bit just to make sure that nothing's kind of sticking out, not too hard. I'm just trying to get it straight there. Okay, let me take one of the spacer beads off. Then I'm going to put this link on and put the spacer bead back on. If I could have put it on there and then closed it, but that's okay. Either way is fine. So that's how it's going to look for the center piece right there. Let me make sure I'm in frame. And then I'm going to go ahead and continue on with the beads. Okay, so again, you're going to need the bead caps. Then you're going to, sorry, I'm putting my pliers away so they're not in the shot here. You're going to need the bead caps, a pearl, and another bead cap. And then I'm just going to repeat exactly what I had on the other side. So I've got a round spacer bead, and then a bead cap, a star bead cap. Okay, and then I have another pearl and a bead cap. And then after that, I have this cute little glass, green glass, and a square. And then I'm going to add a bead cap and just continue on repeating that, a pearl. And then the second one, I have the birds here. So for this particular one, you want to make sure that the bird is facing upward. So you want to make sure that you're going through the bottom of the bird. Oh, I forgot to put a bead cap. See? Wasn't paying attention. Did you catch that? So I forgot my bead cap. So I'm going to put a bead cap on, and then go through the bottom of the bird. And then I'm going to put another bead cap on and put another pearl on, just like so. And these are shell pearls, which I really like. They just look really smooth and pretty. And then a star bead cap again. Okay, so now I've got this part. I'm going to put it together so you can kind of see how that looks. So the next thing I want to do is I'm going to add the foil glass beads. I'm going to go ahead and add that. And then continue like I did on the other side. So I'm going to need pearl. I'm going to need this type of spacer bead. Like I said, I want these, but I didn't have enough, so I'm just adding on the bottom more of the circle ones. Oops. I guess everybody's going through kind of a little heat wave here today and throughout the country. So I know several people are going through a heat wave right now. Okay, and so there's my pearl. And then I'm going to add that specific type of spacer bead. You see, show you what it looks like. And again, you can use whatever, spacer bead you have in antique copper. Then I'm adding the bead cap, a pearl, and another bead cap. And then after that, I'm going to add another green square. There's my green glass square. And then I'm going to need a bead cap and a pearl. And another bead cap. And then I'm going to need another bird. So I have another bird on that side. So go through the bottom. And then I just need to add one more pearl, bead cap, pearl, bead cap. Okay, and then what I'm going to do after that is I'm going to attach the chain that I have. So I have this kind of chain. I know the bead box, sorry, just moved the camera. The bead box came with this really cute Figaro type of chain, and I really like that one better than the one I have here, but I couldn't find it online. So I'm using kind of this paper clip chain instead, and you may get this in my next bead box. I have a bunch of things to ship out for June, so look for that. I've got my jump ring, and this is a little bit larger. The other one is 4mm. I think this one is either 5 or 6. I'm not sure where the other jump ring went. I started this video last night or the night before, and it disappeared. So I like to use a little bit larger jump ring on this side so that when you put on the other side, it's easy to put on. So there's that. And it just makes it easier to put this on like that. So there's that part. And so now I'm going to finish and do this bottom piece here. So I have this particular bead cap, and I believe that's the bead cap I was planning on using. So I have that, and then I guess what I'm going to put in the bottom is another bead, like a square bead. I have a ton of green beads here, so as you can see, you could basically put anything at the bottom here, whatever beads you have, put some at the bottom here. I think I'm going to put a round bead though, because I don't like the flat edge. It looks too more, I don't know, not ornate, I guess. I can't remember what my original plan was. I do have a lemon jade, which actually might be pretty nice to put there. It's kind of a greenish yellow color. I also have a couple other things here. This is aventurine. This is kind of a lighter green. I need a brighter green here. So, excuse me. We're very congested today for some reason. I also have something like this. It's kind of a limey bright green. That's kind of cute as well. So whatever you have. Oh, I have this cute little heart too. That's really cool. Foil heart. I think what I'm going to do is start selling beads online and kits. I think it would be easier for me to sell. So kind of like that. It's pretty. I don't know if this is too big. What do you think? I also have something like this. That's super cute. So if I sell kits, you know, let me know if that's something that you guys might be interested in buying kits and making a kit. I can make some really cute things and make kits out of them, you know, and you could just buy it if you like the kit. I wouldn't try to sell you a kit unless you like design, obviously. Some people have these kits and they say buy the kit and then we're going to show you how to make something, and I don't think I ever see the design beforehand. So I really like this heart. Let me know what you think. I think that's the best option. It kind of gives it a little bit more bling. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the wire, the 6-inch wire here. And, you know, for the bottom here, obviously it doesn't have anything at the bottom to hold the bead on. So what I do, and I'm going to show you how to do this. It's so simple. A lot of people think you need to have a head pin or something to hold it, but you really don't. I mean, there's a lot of options you can do here. So it's really bent at the bottom, so I'm just going to cut that off. And all I'm going to do is get my flat nose pliers that have a really skinny edge. I'm going to take the tip of it and I'm just going to bend it back. Now you could bend this back and fold it over and just leave it as is, or you can get the round nose pliers and you could make a curl at the end. So you could just keep going and rolling it, you know, just a little bit, and then what you want to do is take the flat nose pliers and keep rolling it, you see, and it'll make like a little round design around here, just gently going around. So I think that's good enough for me. It's just a little simple round. This hole is a little bit bigger on this side, so I think that'll be more stable. It looks really super cute. And then now I'm just going to do a wire wrap at the top. I like a basic wire wrap. So you want to leave a little bit of room at the bottom. So you just bend it over. Get your round nose pliers. These are my older round nose pliers. I pulled those out. And give it a nice little loop here because this is a little thick. And start bending it over. And then I'm going to wrap it around. Sorry, my kitty's meowing in the background. There goes my oven again. So then I'm just going to open this up a little bit so that I could get on this link. Okay. Then I'm going to close this a little bit. And then I'm just going to start wrapping this around. And if you use pliers to wrap it around, it will get it a little bit tighter. And I'm just going to adjust it a little bit. I like a nice tight. I'm going to switch to my flat nose, otherwise it's going to mark up this copper. Just like that. And now if you want it, this one has like a 3 to 4 loops around. Some people like to go over it a second time. So if you like it more chunky, you could definitely make it more chunky if that's how you like it. I'm just going to adjust it so the loop is straight. So then I'm just going to cut that extra wire off. Oops, sorry. I bumped the camera. And then I'm going to just squeeze that in. And then there you have that beautiful heart drop. And so it's really super pretty. I love that. It's very bright green. It's so pretty. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button and the subscribe button. And it's very similar to this one here. I did buy some of these, so I think I'm going to start putting beads, like I said, on my website. So I'll put the link at the bottom and start putting as soon as I get these in, I'm going to start selling beads, and then you could just buy them. I'll try not to mark any of my beads too high. I want to make it reasonable for everybody so they can enjoy and have fun making bracelets and necklaces and things like that. So thanks so much for watching. Bye bye.